Hey there, test takers. Let's crack into this reading and writing test question, shall we? Any astronomy textbook will tell you that the moon is the Earth's only natural satellite, but it would be more accurate to say that the moon is Earth's only permanent natural satellite. In 2006, the Catalina Sky Survey discovered an object that's been called Earth's first confirmed mini-moon, a small 2 to 3 meters in diameter asteroid temporarily captured by the Earth's gravity. Though it only orbited Earth 4 times, it opened a whole new field of study for astronomers, some of whom have suggested that as our monitoring of space improves, we may detect many more such objects. Which choice best describes the function of the underlined portion in the text as a whole? Okay, so when we're asked to do that, to analyze the function of a phrase or a sentence relative to the rest of the text, that's a part-to-whole relationships question. We have to figure out what the whole passage is about, and then what that underlined portion is about, and decide on what the relationship looks like. I'm not going to look at the answer choices yet because I want to make a prediction and match it against the choices. It'll be speedier. Okay, so let's look at the passage. Earth has multiple satellites, says the passage as a whole. There's the moon, there's the mini-moon from 2006, and there might be many more such objects. So what does the underlined portion do? It introduces a caveat to the first sentence, an exception. The moon is Earth's only natural satellite, and the underlined portion pushes its glasses up its nose and says, well, technically, it's the only permanent one. So that's my prediction, is it's going to introduce the exception that sets up the idea of mini-moons. Okay, let's look at our choices. What's the function of the underlined portion of the text? Choice A. It adds a modifying detail to an earlier assertion to imply the existence of objects like the one discussed in the text. Yeah, I think my prediction might match that, actually. What is an exception but a modifying detail to an earlier assertion? I'm not 100% on this right now. There might be some stronger contenders down the line. But if there aren't, I feel pretty good about this being the answer. Okay, choice B. It describes the consensus view. I don't even need to keep reading. No, it doesn't. It doesn't describe the consensus view that was overturned by the discovery of the object discussed in the text. We know it contradicts the consensus view, right? It says, excuse me, it's the only permanent natural satellite. The consensus view is it doesn't matter. Spending too much time on this. It does not describe the consensus view. Choice C. It emphasizes an exception to an earlier generalization to suggest that objects like the one discussed in the text have been misclassified. Oof. So this isn't it because it reaches too far. Is there an exception? Yes, definitely. That's my prediction, right? But does the text argue that mini-moons have been misclassified? No, it does not. We want something that matches the meaning of the text exactly. If it overstates its case like this one does, it's wrong. That's a tough one. Choice D. Okay, it draws an important distinction between objects like the one discussed in the text and artificial objects with similar characteristics. No, it doesn't. The word artificial doesn't appear in the text. We're only talking about natural satellites here, just moons and mini-moons. I could say that word all day. Mini-moon. Mini-moon. Anyway, our answer is A, because it most clearly matches the relationship of the underlined portion of the passage without getting out of line, without overextending itself. All right, good luck out there, test takers. You've got this. Mini-moon.